to chop up. The orange and the tarragon just work magic together. It's a wonderful flavor together. Today we are going to do a great dish from another vegetable that is coming out of the ground right now in New England, and that would be beets. So I have here some beautiful fresh beets. I've boiled these in rolling boiling water for about 15 to 20 minutes, depends on the size. You want them to be soft but not mushy. So you just need to test them a little bit with a fork, that kind of thing. But after they're boiled, let them cool slightly, and you can take the ends off of them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to peel the skin off. You see how the skin's wanting to come right off of that? You might need to use your fingernail a little bit to get it to scrape up. But you want to go ahead and peel those. And then I'm going to slice them to about 1/4 inch slices. Go ahead and put those to a bowl. Look at the beautiful color of those. It's part of what adds to the visual appeal of the dish. And I have here, I would say, probably 1.5 to 2 pounds of cooked beets. And you want to, again, be careful not to cook them, overcook them, because you don't want them to be mushy. It's a big part of this is having the texture just right, because these are nice, fresh beets. And then what I also going to have here is some fresh tarragon from my herb garden. Got about 2 tablespoons here that I'm going to chop up. The orange and the tarragon just work magic together. It's a wonderful flavor together. So now we have our bowl of sliced beets. These are, again, nice and fresh. And this is what I love about Italian food, is that the Italians tend to focus on the quality of the ingredients. The recipes aren't very complicated, but the ingredients themselves each are fantastic on their own. So when you put it all together, you have something that's pretty easy to make and tastes very good. So now that we have the beets, we're going to work on the dressing. Since this is Italian, and when you think of Sicily, I think of oranges, and this particular dish is going to be made with blood orange juice, this dressing. So I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of olive oil with 3 tablespoons of blood orange juice. I'm going to use my favorite kitchen accessory. This is called the Perfect Beaker. This is made by a company from Germany called Freeling. And the nice thing about it is it has all the measurements for all the different types of measurements, and you can have it all in one place. So I'm going to use my Casas de Hualdo. This is the Manzanilla olive oil, and the good thing about this is that it really is sort of a medium flavored olive oil. There's a little bit of an olive taste, but it's not so much that it's overpowering the vegetables. So I'm going to go ahead and measure out 2 tablespoons. Of olive oil. I'm also going to add to that 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. This is the real deal from Italy. Balsamic vinegar is made in the Modena region of Italy, known for its beautiful Italian sports cars. And what you want to look for is this special label right here, this seal in blue. That signifies that this is made in the region of Italy according to the traditional recipe for balsamic vinegar. This one is organic. It's made by Acetum, which is a company from the area that I visited. And this is a beautiful olive oil. This is an organic one as well. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of that to the dressing. And then 3 tablespoons of my blood orange juice. Normally you could get a blood orange and squeeze it yourself fresh, but fortunately, believe it or not, Whole Foods does sell a pre-squeezed blood orange juice. So it's a nice shortcut for this recipe. So that's that. We're going to use a total of 3 tablespoons altogether. And then to this, we're going to put those liquid ingredients in the bowl. And we're going to add to that orange zest. So you want to zest an entire orange for this recipe. I'm going to use here my microplane zester. This is the originator. They actually had the patent on this design, which has since expired, so you can now find other manufacturers doing the same thing. But this works just so well. So you want to just go around the orange, do the entire orange. Get that onto your cutting board and put that right into your dressing. I'm also going to chop up my tarragon. Okay, and we're going to finish it off with a little fresh ground pepper and fresh ground salt. Get this all stirred up with a fork and pour it over your beets. And give it a nice mixing toss to coat. Now normally I make this recipe and let it sit at room temperature for 3 or 4 hours before actually serving it. Gives the all these ingredients a chance to meld together. So a lot of times I'll make this in the middle of the day if you're doing it for dinner. If you have to, you could make it the day before and store it overnight. But I'm going to tell you that all of the fresh flavors, to me, taste a lot better when you eat it 3 or 4 hours later. And that's it. Enjoy.